give us money. They didn't give us anything back, our 40 acres and a mule. They gave us jobs. They didn't give us prominent positions in the neighborhood. How can an immigrant come here, get college, housing, and a storefront? I seen an African he came from Africa. He was in the military with me. He lives in the suburbs, got his doctrine, and I'm like, dang, I've been here all my life, and I'm still struggling. That's why I'm in the military.
Bring it out.
So it's been something unfair, and the Bible is saying this is the reason why. We want to sit at that table, but God don't want it.
What is the message for now? Because everybody's
So
following
watch this.
right?
Watch this. I want to tell you what's going on. I want to show this first, and I want to give you the solution and how it's going to work out for us. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Because you said it's not enough young people to vote.
It's not enough people voting, period. They
Period?
You know you're going to do that.
Guess what? You said it's not enough people, period, to vote. Guess what's happening to America? Are we getting smarter in these days?
No.
Very few, right? A lot of people are dealing with 17 and 15. A lot of people are dealing with their smartphones, but are they really smart? No. What do our kids know about Black history outside of Martin Luther King or any of it? They don't know anything. So who is creating the curriculum? So why would I be encouraged to vote for them when they're not feeding me the information that I actually need to prosper? Right? So check this out. Deuteronomy 17, 15. Read.
Verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose, one from among thy brethren.
God said that we should choose a leader, right? Amongst us.
Yes.
Who is Trump?
He's not amongst us.
Who is Kamala Harris? Who is
He's not
she?
amongst us either.
She's not even a man. She can't be a king.
Right.
That's a job thing.
No, it said king.
I hear
What's
you.
the
We in
king?
Deuteronomy now.
Yes, we
in
are.
Deuteronomy. You ain't got to the new revelation.
Okay, I'll get to that. But
Okay.
check this
'Cause
out.
I gotta
Can a
talk to
woman
people
be a
now.
king?
No, she can be a queen though.
Okay, in order for her to be a queen, what must she do?
She either has to be born into it, she
Or?
can be a queen, or she had to have been married to a king.
So you need a man to be a queen.
No,
That's exactly what you're saying.
I don't need a man. I need a woman.
Well, in order for someone to be born, it takes a man and a woman, right?
It takes a man and a
So
woman.
it's
So
a man
damn the
involved.
woman though? Damn the woman?
No, it's not damn the woman. We need y'all.
Okay, because I want y'all to understand that.
I want you to understand it too. But what the Bible is saying, God
In
said
the
He was
Old
going
Testament,
to choose
when y'all gonna
a
be preaching
man.
about what's now?
I'm gonna get there.
Okay,
I'm gonna show
I
you.
want you to get there.
I'm gonna get there.
That's
Just,
the
I
people-
want you to follow me
I want
though.
to know what demographics you in. You need to know your audience too, wherever you go. This audience may be different than if you go
Check
to
this.
another
You're speaking
department.
from a political stance. I don't
No,
care about
I'm
the other
talking about,
nations.
I'm a transit here.
A what?
A transit.
Go ahead.
So I've only been here 20 years. I wasn't born and raised here. So I've been here living and looking at my audience.
So check out the
Otherwise,
audience
I
that we
wouldn't be
speaking to.
running.
This
Right.
is the audience that we speaking to. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. Because this is the demographics. We go to the neighborhoods where these things fit. Because like you brought out limitations. We've been looking for a nation to save us. Did they vote to get America?
No.
So if they didn't vote for it, how are we now going to vote for the change?
You have to get involved.
What? How? Has it worked?
Have you tried to run for office?
Has it worked?
It's working down here.
Because the definition of
good
insanity, what's the definition of insanity?
We know what you're saying, but that's
So
not what's happening down
that
here.
is what's happening. That's why I
Not
brought up
here.
the example.
Not here.
Yes, it is.
Not
I
here.
just drove around Lawton.
How long you been here? One day?
I just drove around Lawton. I was
here
in the
20
military.
years. I was too.
I was in the
You gotta
military.
know your
I've been
audience.
around this country. I've been to other
So have
countries.
I.
And you know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? Read this.
Because I'm listening.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So I went to Afghanistan. I've been to South America.
Got you there.
And I've been all across the United States. And I noticed in this next verse, wherever I went, I was being treated differently. The same way in America, same places look just like this, and guess who's living there? Who's living there? Who do you think's living there?
Everybody's living there.
No. Specifically in downtrodden places. Who do you think is more minorities, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Why though? Why do you think? Do you think it's coincidence?
No, it's not.
Or do you think it's by design? So that is that's what the curse is saying. There was, if this certain demographics of people did not listen, they were going to find themselves in captivity spread across the world. So that's why I'm mentioning, I'm not just a local person. I've seen outside of this country and it looks the same. Some places look better than some of our hoods. And we dwell in them. Read 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So that's what I realized traveling from city to city and country to country. You know what I got called in an Arab nation?
I'm going to tell you what you got called. They call it that you're a colonizer.
No. They call me a colonizer.
That's what they use.
Cotton picker.
I got to get called that.
I got called a cotton picker. That's what I got called. They hung out the windows. I'm in a military suit fighting with the military against them. And they found some way, not the white man that I was next to, not the Hispanic guy that I was next to, they saw my black behind and called me, mocked me. I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm back at home in America.
Bring it out.
Because God said you was going to give me a curse in the city. Give me a proverb. Give me a proverb in Deuteronomy. We in the same place. Don't you feel different when you in their neighborhoods? Ain't it a difference? No, it's not a difference to you. They treat you.
I don't know how far you've been traveling. I've been traveling a long time. All over the same foreign places you've been and then some. They look at us as just like any other American. They don't distinguish between black, white, Mexican, us being African American. They know the difference between a black African American and someone who's actually from Africa.
Right, what you're saying?
They can tell the difference when you go to a foreign
That's
place.
the difference. That's the difference that I'm talking about. And guess what that is? Guess what that is? They may not treat you racially, but what you just said is racial. They know the difference between you and an Hamite.
Yes, they do.
Right.
Saying that you two black people are not the same. You're the American nigga. That's how they treat you. And that's what I'm saying. There is a difference, and the Bible is saying that you're going to know the difference between the Israelites because of their conditions and how everybody else treats those specific people. Read.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So in these cities that you're cursed in, wherever you go in the world, you're going to be an astonishment. Why can't black people get it together? Why do they keep asking for help and reparations? Don't we give them housing and WIC and all of those things? Why they keep asking for free phones and everything? Stop asking us for reparations. Ain't that what we want? We want it, right? Did China get their reparations when they were being oppressed? Didn't the Japanese get their reparations when they were being oppressed in the concentration camps? Don't the Jewish people keep getting money from America from when they was 600 million Jewish people were killed? So, for our slavery, what have we got besides paid work?
That's all we have.
So, why would I continue to vote
to not get here long enough on this earth to even be participating?
Yes,
so
we have.
You haven't, and you're the one with the mic spreading the word.
And this is what the Bible is saying. I'm going to finish. So, I'm going to tell you.
You participating to make the change other than just being a loud voice.
Watch out. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to read this verse, and I'm going to get some history. I'm going to show you the solution.
What the Bible say, because we will be the first eventually. Right now, we're the last, but I know what the Bible says. We're going to be the first.
All right, and I'm going to show you how we're going to be the first. Read. Finish that?
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So wherever in the earth we are, a byword and a proverb. Yeah. Byword is calling us anything outside of our name, like African American, a Negro.
Bring it out.
Because we're called the Jews. We are
We are
the
the
Jews.
Jews.
That's
They
right.
don't.
Do they educate us that we're the Jews?
No, they don't.
Because they've been
Same
lied
right
to us.
system.
So, and that's
And
why.
we haven't come together as a collective and strengthen our own system and supported one another.
So how are we going to join with their system when we have a system already?
We have to somehow have people at the table.
At one table, we have people at the table.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Not that think like me and you.
You in the table. You
I'm
going
not
right
there yet.
now.
I'm not there yet.
Obama was
I'm
there.
gonna get there.
There's other black men and women, the NCAACP,
Yeah.
they were there at the table. Martin Luther King was at the table. Malcolm X was at the
Okay,
table.
back then we was making progress.
Okay, and because of that progress,
Get out.
we marrying them like they are friends.
Y'all marrying it.
No,
Hey.
my wife is the same people as me.
My husband is too.
I ain't saying you and I'm saying our nation has joined with our enemy. We forgot that these people are our enemy. Verse 68.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Verse 68. Why would I go into politics and sit at their table when they did this? Start at 46 and then we'll jump to 68. Watch this.
Because it's a lack of education and you have been disfranchised and that's how you want to believe it.
That's how we want to believe
That's how it's going to be until we actually step up and take our seats.
All right, and I got to show you
have
what
more
our seat
power
is.
if you would take a seat in your congressional district.
No.
Yeah, you would. Your message would go farther.
All right, so you have children, right?
Yes, I do.
So can they ever be the parent and dictate to you?
No,
They can have suggestions,
They
right?
can have suggestions.
Well, guess what position that we're in?
We are the children.
And they're dictating to us. They say, okay, I hear what you want, but you're not getting it.
Right.
That's what voting is doing. That's what sitting in the seat is doing. But read this.
I hear.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
48.
Verse 48. Therefore shall I serve thy enemies.
God said the Israelites, the true Jews, we were going to be serving our enemies. So that's why I sarcastically brought up, they didn't give us money. They didn't give us anything back, our 40 acres and a mule. They gave us jobs. They didn't give us prominent positions in the neighborhood. How can an immigrant come here, get college, housing, and a storefront? I seen an African he came from Africa. He was in the military with me. He lives in the suburbs, got his doctrine. And I'm like, dang, I've been here all my life and I'm still struggling. That's why I'm in the military.
Bring it out.
So it's been something unfair, and the Bible is saying this is the reason why. We want to sit at that table, but God don't want it. Read.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
So in hunger and thirst, they're going to make the decisions for us. Whether you sit at that seat or not, they're going to make the decision. And if I'm your enemy, what decision do you think I'm going to make for you?
I just want to know exactly what y'all are preaching, and then I'll make sure to get in touch with your leader. I just wanted to hear for myself.
No, but I want you to answer the question.
I don't even agree with that philosophy.
You don't agree with the Bible?
No, I believe in the Bible.
So I just read it in the Bible.
You're reading the Old Testament, you're not reading New Testament. You haven't quoted anything out of the New Testament. Didn't he say he would make our enemies our footstool once we start obeying?
So what do we have to obey?
We have to
Give
obey
me Matthew
his
7.
word, but then he
Matthew
also
5,
said,
I mean 17.
Obey the land
All right,
of the
so
law,
watch this.
right? Obey the land of the law.
Watch this, okay.
We are here.
So what about his laws?
What about his law? We're going to follow his
Right.
law.
So have we?
Yes, we will.
So
we can.
let's
It's a choice. It's free will.
let's get along. Because did Jesus have the New Testament when he was
They just
living?
put the Bible and the Constitution back in these schools.
No, and they're
That's
teaching
what they
it.
do here.
Okay, so check this out.
So they do it
Check
here.
this
That's
out,
what I'm saying. You
sis.
want to know your audience.
Check this out. I understand my audience, and you're my audience. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are my audience because this
But they go to the
Bible
public
is
schools here.
only for us. Only.
Yes.
So,
Those people go to the
when
public
Christ,
schools here.
listen sis, when Christ was reading the Bible, what part of the Bible did he have? Did he have a New Testament?
No.
Did it exist?
No, it
So,
did not.
where did he get the laws from?
when he came back and sent the comforter. He sent the comforter before he came back.
No.
You're supposed to follow the New Testament and the new laws. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm going to read it for you.
Read it for me then, because I ain't heard you read nothing out the New Testament.
So we're going to read the New Testament.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
Because God has laws, and we have to go to the Old Testament to get the law. So I'm going to read you what Christ said. I'm going to read you what Christ said, and then we're going to get a law. Then I'm going to go back to the...
How y'all feel and what y'all actually preaching, because I can't say anything until I hear from y'all what y'all actually preaching. Are y'all telling the people to vote?
No! I just told you. We are not going to vote for this system that has oppressed us.
And then guess what? It would be the death of us.
No, it's not.
I promise.
No, it's not. Watch this.
Okay,
5 and 17.
Matthew 5, verse 17. Think not that I have come to destroy the law.
So Christ said, don't think that I come to destroy the laws of God. Right? You agree? Read.
Or the prophets, I am not come to destroy.
So the prophets wrote the law for him to say this, right? So we have to go to the prophets that he said, I didn't come to destroy what they said, or the laws that they wrote in the Old Testament. You still agree?
Yes, I still agree.
Okay. Read.
I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
Until they pass, until heaven and earth pass. Heaven
So what
and
we
earth
said,
is still here.
you right on the money. So it's still here. So the laws of God,
life.
so the Old Testament is still intact, right?
Yes.
So why are you complaining that we're reading out of the Old
I'm not
Testament?
complaining that you're reading out the Old Testament. I'm saying you're not telling people what to do now.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to get there.
It's been 30 minutes, but come on,
Right.
brother.
Right. Baruch 4:1.
Baruch 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever.
So the Old Testament endures forever. Give me Leviticus about the dress code. Because did you know that God had a dress code for men and for women?
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, Deuteronomy. My mistake.
Let's say the laws like that, Deuteronomy, but no.
This is Leviticus. This laws in Leviticus too.
Yes.
But did you know? So you agree with laws?
Yes.
All right. So check this out. Here's a law for how men and women are supposed to dress. Check it out.
Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
All right. He said that a woman should not wear which pertain to a man. What does men wear? What's men clothes? You said that the law endures forever. The law does forever.
What was they wearing back then? See,
What?
you can't do
Right
that.
now. Right now.
He wasn't right now. He was back then.
Oh my goodness, sis, you backpedaled.
I didn't backpedal.
Yes, you did. You
Nah,
said you
can't
believe
get
the
me,
Old
brother.
Testament.
I said I'm listening to the Old Testament, but you're trying to preach from the Old Testament and make that final. We had a New Testament.
Christ said that Deuteronomy was written by the prophet Moses, right?
Right.
He said, I didn't come to destroy what he said or the law. Read. I'm finna say it. Watch this. Watch this.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
What is a woman's garment?
What was the woman's garment back then?
It exists today.
They still all exist.
Okay, so you agree. What is a man? Let me put it like
What does
this.
that got to do with me?
It's a law. It's a law.
What does that got to? That ain't say that's no sin or nothing.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Give me Revelation.
He said, y'all will keep.
Give me Revelation. What is it? 14?
These laws are the laws of man.
I want the one that says, if you want to get to the kingdom of heaven,
Come on now. That
Keep
ain't my
the- keep the
Jesus
commandments.
talking. That's somebody else right.
you don't believe in the prophets then.
No, not to
You
tell me. I believe
which
in
one?
Jesus telling me what to do. I follow Jesus.
Go ahead. And entrance. Okay, I'll take that one. Go ahead.
Revelation 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do the commandments. That
So a blessing instead of a curse.
Commandments.
What's a commandment?
The 10 that he gave us.
Okay, so
That's
within,
not a law. So you better get in
Yes,
your
it
Bible.
is.
That's not
Read.
the commandments.
blessed are they that do the commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life.
give me Proverbs chapter 6 and 23. Let's see what the law and the commandments are. Let's get the definition of it. Because the Old Testament, we just left the New Testament and you said that that's not a law. You said the commandments ain't a law.
The commandments are the commandments. They're not laws.
Laws and commandments are the same thing.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Why didn't does he say we
So watch
follow
this.
the
What
laws
is
of
the
land?
prefix to
They're
commandment?
different.
What is the prefix to commandment?
What's the prefix? I don't understand that question.
I'll say it like this. In the beginning word, before we get to the mint, what command? What does it mean to command?
It means to direct, yes.
To tell what to do, right? What is a law?
A law is a regulation.
So I'm telling you what to do. Ain't those things the same thing?
That's not how the Bible interprets them.
Proverbs 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
It is a lamp, right? The commandment is a guide. It tells you what to do. It shows you what to do, right?
Not a law.
Read.
And the law is light.
And the law is light. It helps you see what to do, where to go. So, going back to Leviticus, keep code what you got, I'll get it. Going back to Leviticus, Moses commanded the people.
That's where we at in this new world.
Moses commanded the people, and he said, do this, sis. Read.
Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So the question again is simple and plain. What in the women's section is definitively what women wear? Yes, simple as that. So wouldn't it be strange to see a man do that? Because it's happening now. It's happening now. But God said that this is strange.
Right, he said it is strange.
So you shouldn't do it. He commanded the people not to cross-dress.
Right.
Read.
Read it again. Neither. Verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So, what predominantly is man? Up until today, we talked today. Predominantly, what do men wear that women don't? Should
wear pants.
Just like the saying, the man wears the pants in the family.
I know where you're going.
So, so it's a law. He's telling you what to do and what not to do. It is a law. So in order to get the kingdom of heaven, you have to keep the laws.
Y'all gotta get to the New Testament.
We just read the New Testament and confirm it.
Talk to me about pants and dresses. My thing is,
but you want to know how to get to the kingdom of heaven.
I'm going to get to the kingdom of heaven.
You're not like this.
Because he says, come to us as
Give
you
me that.
are.
Dressed in strange
Does he not
clothing?
say, come to us as you are?
So what scripture is that? Where's that at?
You can come to him naked.
Where's that at in the Bible?
I don't have the scripture.
Because he tells us not to be naked.
He tells us not to be naked because of the sins of man. But before that, we was all naked.
Ain't you
But we was in the Old Testament. We was all naked. They were fig leaves, right? We wasn't even no fig leaves.
So watch this. This is the consequence.
Stop changing it.
I didn't change it.
What are you telling the people? What is my dressing and what you dressing?
I just told you a commandment.
How we going? What is that? That's not going to prevent me from seeing my God.
Yes, it
Not
is.
according to that Bible. Not according to that. That is not. As long as I repent from my sin, you didn't tell me.
How do you repent then? What are you repenting from?
I'm repenting from any sins based on the 10 Commandments that the Lord left me.
Okay, so what is a sin?
He don't say that I can't wear no pants.
So we just read it and
No,
you said, read this. Well, watch
what he
this.
left
This is
us
what's
with.
going to happen if you dress how you dress.
I
Read.
hear you.
This is what the prophet said that Christ said, I wasn't going to destroy.
People would consider that a dress. People would know.
Zephaniah 1 verse 8, and it shall come to pass.
So the prophet that Christ said, I didn't come to destroy his words or his sayings, he said this, that Christ is going to do. Read.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
This is judgment day. Read.
That I will punish the princes.
What is the punishment?
We'll punish. Yep. Keep reading.
Read.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed.
Read.
With strange apparel.
We said that a man wearing dresses is strange, right? Didn't we agree? So what he just said was going to happen when Christ come back?
He said anyone strange to him, he will be cast in the
Strange
fire.
what?
Strange dress.
You making it sound real nice.
Well, because my God is nice. He's forgiving.
When was he nice?
He's always nice.
When?
He gives us mercy every day. Don't you breathe right now?
Yeah, that's some mercy. But don't people die?
Yeah, they do.
1 Samuel chapter 2.
But he lives now.
Was you finished with that?
That's it, son.
Like God said, my God is merciful.
Yeah, he is merciful, but guess what? Guess what? He will kill you.
Yes, he will.
That's not mercy.
Yeah, why not? He's God. If you say he believes like that, he God.
Go ahead.
1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
That's not nice. Don't we go to jail for that?
Blasphemy is automatic, ain't it?
Yes, and what you're saying is
I'm not
blasphemous,
saying
sis.
blasphemy. I'm
Yes, it is,
listening.
because you want me to
You're preaching
refute
to
the
me.
Old
I
Testament.
didn't tell you that. I said I'm listening. You're preaching to me. So make sure what you say is plain in the word.
We read it at the Bible.
And it don't
we
say
read
nowhere in that Bible where we're supposed to be judging anybody. We're supposed to be bringing everybody to God. It's for Him
What
to
judgment
sort
have I
us
cast
out.
it? What judgment have I cast
You
it?
said anybody looking strange, that's the
Did I say that, or did we read it?
That's what I'm saying.
Did I say it, or did we read it?
Read
Go back to
it,
7:9.
that's what you're saying.
So you said you
how
believe
are
in
you
the
gonna
Bible,
bring
sis?
anybody? My thing is, how do you bring people in if they're broken and you're already castrated?
So watch this. My man.
Because you just
My man right here. What's your name? Ogden? Hobby.
Yeah.
Hobby. What's that on your necklace?
This is a little symbol.
What's the symbol?
I think it's a lady. I like the tin.
Okay, that's Mary.
Yeah.
That's Mary, right?
That's correct.
What ethnicity is Mary?
To the eye, she's white.
So according to that, is white. All right, she's Christ's mother. That will make Christ a white man, right?
Yeah.
Where can we prove that at in the Bible that Christ is a white man? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you what we're teaching our people. Give me Revelation chapter 1. I'm switching gears just to show you that we're not judging. We're educating for the judgments of the Bible. Because we have to battle with our people to wipe out what society has put in us and introduce what the Bible actually said. So you do believe that Mary is a white woman and Christ is a white man and Joseph is a white man, right? And they created Christ to be this white man right here, right? Is that what you believe?
Yeah.
So, have anybody ever proved that in the Bible that it was false? So if I showed you in the Bible that his mom, his dad, his grandfather, and even himself were black men, would you believe the Bible? All right, let's do that. We're going to start off with Christ himself, and then I'm going to go back to his grandfather, King Solomon, and show you that his people were black. This Bible were written by black men, and this is our constitution that we should subscribe to. We don't have to vote within their system to succeed. God already has the system for us for success. We left this system and went to that doctrine to believe in them and their way, and has it gotten us anywhere?
Yep.
Has it gotten us anywhere?
That's a good question.
It hasn't. So we gotta put down the insanity and pick up the Bible.
That's right.
And get on God's tomb with his laws, statutes, and commandments, and not this nation's. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So Revelation is John the Revelator's revealing of things that's supposed to happen, because we were going to lose it in these last days. So it was necessary because we are lost people with a lost history and culture. Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So we have a distinction of hair. Who on the face of the earth, nationality, has woolly hair? Distinctively.
I definitely do.
You definitely do. Who doesn't? Who doesn't, sis? Who doesn't have woolly hair? White people don't. So does that fit that? It don't fit that, right? So does that fit Mary on your necklace? She don't have woolly hair, so that can't be his mom, right? Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So the head on his hair and his face, meaning he had a beard. Now I wanna go back to the Old Testament, and I want to ask a question. Why would it mention his beard?
Because not everybody grows facial hair.
Women don't grow facial hair. So a man has facial hair. Why would Christ, being perfect, have facial hair? Why do you think he would?
Because he was born in our image as a man.
As a man, but you can shave it off. He could have had it shaved. It didn't have to mention it. It could have been shaven. It should have said. It could have said his beard was shaven. Question is, why do you think Christ had a beard?
Make it plain.
Do you know? All right, so we're going to find out why he had a beard. Because he was perfect and he had to keep all the laws and commandments of God. Read.
Leviticus 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So now we have his hair. He wasn't a bald-headed man. like Michael Jordan and all the other entertainers like Tyrese. So he had a law that he had to keep. That's why we can say that man, not that devil. Move that devil out the way. Give me the Lord, our King. Let me get that. Yeah, I want Christ.
Bring it out.
So we're not saying that this is what he looks like, but it's just an image for the purpose of explaining, right? So he has hair on his head, meaning that he kept his commandments. He didn't shave his head bald. He had to obey the Old Testament.
Right.
Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So look around, sis. What do all these men have in common in
We all
Christ?
got beards.
We all got beards, just like you, brother. You got a beard. You didn't
That's
shave it
right.
off. You're keeping a commandment right now and didn't even know it.
That's right.
That's right.
Because now what you see is a man with woolly hair, just like that man, like this man, and all the rest of us with a beard. I can say I look like Christ right now, right?
Bring it out.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Deacon Abiel in the building. Listen, subscribe to IUIC Oklahoma YouTube page. We got a lot more content coming out. We got the captains, we got the officers about to drop some fire. Stay tuned, and don't forget, fix your faces on IUIC Oklahoma. Stay tuned with the latest and greatest content that we got coming out. All praise be to the Most High God. Shalom.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word